Video games are extremely expensive, and it's because of us. What's going on, you guys? It's your huggable hipster here, and I'm really about to roll away. Hold on a second, hold on. I'm bringing myself back. I'm being centered with oneself. Okay, there we go. I'm centered now. Wait, no? No? Maybe? Yes? Oh, now I'm centered. But we're going to talk about the cost of video games in today's episode. As you guys know, during the week I play video games. I have twice a day uploads, and on the weekends, on Saturdays, because I don't upload on Sundays, I do more talky kind of videos like tea talks and random discussion videos like this. So enjoy, you have been warned, and let's get started. So we all know that the cost of video games are excruciatingly painful to pay for. Like, Resident Evil was $60, and I'm talking about the 7th game. This game isn't so bad. The first game was only like 19 bucks. All of the newer games that are coming out right now, like Assassin's Creed, the newer Assassin's Creed, I think for the gold edition it's over $100 easily. And for some of the other older games, you can pay upwards of maybe 100, 150 for some of the retro ones that are first editions. Now, retros, I can understand retro games being more expensive because they're older games like Q*bert or Sonic the Hedgehog, or even Mario, but there's literally just this painstaking game control that goes into my heart every time I have to pay for an expensive game. And it's like, I know I want to get the game, and I know it's going to be good to play on the channel, but oh my god. But whenever I went into the Xbox store and I saw just the price of video games, it was just, it's oh my god. But we're gonna go see some examples, because I'm gonna turn on my Xbox right now and we're gonna see some of the prices as examples of what's out there for you all to purchase. Now, there is this new game that came out called The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, which is only $19. It's a fair price to play, especially, like, there will be those rarities that are free games that have extraordinary graphics, a wonderful storyline, and I'm thinking, why are you making this free? You could be making bank, honey, like, for real. There's another one that's Madden NFL, and they have it on sale now from $59 to $19, which is an extraordinary deal. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Xbox at all to tell you these prices. I just want to give you guys an example before I drive the point home. There's another game called Kerbal Space Program, which is $39, and they have Outbreak Bundle, which is $11.99, which isn't as bad. Like, $11.99 for an Outbreak game, that's actually pretty good. But they also have this one called The Need for Speed, and it is originally $99, and they put the price down to $89 for a sale. Like, that's a lot of money. Like, you guys don't get this. It's a lot of money to pay for games. And you know what, there's like, there are those people who will get them for free, and there are those people who can't afford them, and they will kind of cheat the system and get it through the grapevine or something like that. But the main points that I want to say about this is that it's because of us that games are so expensive. Like, the new Call of Duty World War II is $199. I mean, it's absolutely insane, and you gotta, like, expect it in a way, because with great graphics comes great responsibility. And that's the one point that I want to drive home, is that all the graphics, all the things that you can do in a video game, from multiplayer to the different abilities that you can have, just all the things, basically. It costs money to do. Now, keep in mind, I worked for a gaming company. I know what goes into making a game. We made okay games. Like, they were not up to par with the games that are coming out now, but we put a lot of money into them. Like, whenever I used to work in Next Gen Gaming, there was so much money being poured into the games themselves, like thousands of dollars, because you have to get different mods, you have to get different skin colors and body types and everything like that, and all of the body types and different colors of skin and glasses and even lipstick, like, it costs money. It costs money to do the mods, it costs money to do the NPCs, it's all money being poured into this one thing. And I'm just happy that these guys can actually put a price point like $199 of a COD game. Like, I'm just really happy that these gaming companies can put these price points onto their games, like $199. People actually pay $199 for a Call of Duty game. It's terrifying to me. And they pay the money and they shell it out in order to play it. That's cool, and they're getting all the benefits. They're probably getting a season pass with it, and it's a really cool thing to be able to see a company grow like that. Now, for me personally, I don't like Call of Duty. Like, I used to play it back in the day. I haven't played Call of Duty 4, which someone on my live stream last night actually recommended that I play, because they said Call of Duty 4 was the best. But I played some of the other ones, and it's just, for me, I think it's a pointless multiplayer, heavily induced with violence, and you know, to a certain extent so is Gears of War, but Gears of War has a really good story behind it. I don't feel as if Call of Duty is very heavily driven by a story. It's more just a first-person shooter game that's also multiplayer if you choose for it to be multiplayer. And there will also be some others here too, like, you know, Call of Duty, World War II, and Destiny. It's a combo pack that you can get for $119. But there's other games like Battlefield Anniversary, which was $99, but they put it down to $50 for a sale. It's a lot of money. But then you also have, like, you know, Grand Theft Auto, which was $119, but they put it down to $101, and that's just a starter pack. But then you have games like The Sims, which is like $40. And then you have like other packs where you can get like the vampire pack, and you can get like the puppy pack and everything like that. And that's actually pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff, which, by the way, I'm going to be playing The Sims on this channel, just FYI. I like the fact that you can do the upgrades and you can get different packs, because like for $40 you can just get the basic pack of The Sims. But if you want to upgrade and add anything else, if you like it, then that's cool, you can choose to do that. But I feel like with a lot of games, especially the more pricier ones, they put all of the add-ons in there already and there's no going back. Like, you pay over $100 for something that you might not even like what they added onto it in the end. And that's the main thing about gaming, and why it's so high and why the cost of it has risen so much, is because there's such a popularity for gaming now. And I think a lot of YouTube gamers have contributed to that, honestly. With the rise of PewDiePie, he played and he did so many gaming walkthroughs that it gave so much publicity for the games that people might not have known a lot about. Like, PewDiePie's first playthrough was Call of Duty, and honestly, I feel like that's why it's so expensive, because PewDiePie was the first one to play it for his gaming channel. He was the first gamer on YouTube to ever really shed light on first-person, third-person horror games, shooter games, everything like that. So whenever, you know, we're pointing fingers at why is the cost of gaming so high, point the fingers at us. We're the ones who are buying it. We're the ones who are, you know, contributing to the madness of the non-cost efficient ways of gaming companies. And honestly, that's why I'm very picky with the games that I do play on the channel. That's why a lot of people have said, oh, you should, you know, play these builder games, or you should do all of that. I'm not going to play the game if I don't find the plot interesting and I don't feel like it will contribute to the channel. I think one person actually asked me to play Factorio, and I just couldn't get into the game. Like, I did a sample test to see how it would run on the computer, because before I play a game, I make sure everything runs smoothly on the computer. I make sure that everything just runs well, or else I'm not going to play it. But I tried playing the game, and it bored the ever-living hell out of me. Like, for me, I don't know, I like a little more intellectual stimulus, if you guys know what I mean. Like, I like things being a little more intellectually stimulating in the games itself. Like the iv'e Within, that game made me so happy because it had psychology imbued. It had a good storyline. It had everything that I could ever hope for in a game. And that was the iv'e Within. And I think the first iv'e Within was $24 when it came out. And that's, I mean, like, they got a really great reception, and they were able to amp up the price to $60 for the second game. I mean, if they make a third game, I'm pretty sure it's going to be still $60, because I don't feel like they're willing to take the risk of putting it at $100. I think that's more for the Grand Theft Auto people and Fallout people and all that kind of stuff. Because Fallout 4, I think it's $39. Let me double check. Okay, so my correction. Fallout 4 is $29, and it went down to a sale price of $20, which that's actually pretty good. I'm gonna consider actually getting that, because that's a really great price for that game. So I think Alien Isolation for the combo pack. Whenever I got Alien Isolation, I got it at a pawn shop for $20. So I know your huggable hipster went to a rickety, shady, sketchy pawn shop to get a video game. But the main point of this video is, don't be upset whenever you see the prices of games, because we're the ones who are contributing to the gaming franchise, to the gaming world, to the gaming atmosphere, stratosphere, everything. We are the ones who are contributing to it. Now, it might not be you directly. You might be only seeing ads of video games. You might click on that ad to see what the game is about, see, you know, what it entails. You're giving that person money by clicking on that ad. So, in retrospect, if you look at it and say, well, I'm not contributing to the game because I didn't buy it, fair, but you're contributing to the game anyway because you clicked on the ad. Marketing. And there are so many ways that people can contribute to games. You can get, you know, merchandise from the gaming company. Like, you know, I know there's a lot of Overwatch merchandise, which Overwatch is another expensive game. I think that game is like $40, and then with the add-ons it becomes like $120. Which, I mean, honestly, I'm really, really happy that gaming is where it's at. It's at its peak, and there's so many gamers, and there's so many, especially female gamers, who are starting to come out of their shell, and I'm very, very happy about it. So what can we take away from this video? Take away the fact that, yes, it is our fault that games are so expensive, and the fact that if you're choosing to buy a game, you're choosing to commit to that game. Remember that. Whenever you buy a $199 Call of Duty game, you are committing to that $199 payment that you made to that company so they can further improve and make better games. I think you guys understand more that it's not just the companies that are making this expensive because they want to. It's kind of because they have to, because they're in a market that is really demanding. And it's kind of weird too, because if somebody sees a game that's for free, they're skeptical. But if somebody sees a game that's like a bajillion dollars, they're like, oh, okay, click buy. Naughty Dog, all those places, that they are bound to make their games a little more expensive because people still gotta live, you know, people still gotta eat, people still gotta make, you know, bank and, you know, have a steady income and everything like that. So it's not just about, oh, they want to make it more expensive. No, they have a livelihood to take care of as well, because I think Naughty Dog is one of the best gaming companies out there. I think they, what was it? They did a lot of really amazing games. I think there are ones that are only exclusively for PS4, but their gaming company is absolutely incredible. So just also keep in mind that you're not only purchasing the game for yourself, but you're giving money to the families, and you're giving money to the people who work really hard on the games, and like the developers, the writers, the videographers, the cinematographers, because all of that goes into a game, and all of that is just one big universe that you are playing to its fullest, which is, it's awesome in itself. If you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below, because I make videos every damn day. Stay casually nerdy, you guys, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Peace.